turning the yarns in tow. Through Alberta's fields where the wild winds blow, Connie threads tales with Helen spin. Kim's got the tea, let the chatter begin. The Abiats, they weave the sound of yarn and fiber all around. Knit one pearl, one story's flow, tales of stitches everywhere we go.
It was absolutely phenomenal weekend. We always have fun because we get on the phone with each other and we chat almost all the way there until you hit the foothills and you lose your signals.
We're gonna need walkie-talkies.
That's one thing I did notice since the fires is cell phone range once you hit about Edson, cell phone range is very non-existent.
It's very small.
And I'm still doing my Christmas knitting.
It started at 6. I didn't even notice.
It usually starts at 5. Good to know I'm wide awake and paying attention tonight.
One of us is.
Woo, 1 for 3.
In case you're wondering, there's a countdown when we start the record button. Normally it starts at 5.
Yeah, it gave us an extra second today. Maybe it felt like we needed it.
So we're all on our
Good evening, everyone.
and we are finally recovered from retreat.
Yeah, I think so.
One of these days I'll finish unpacking my car from retreat.
Oh, I was going to say, well, maybe we're not ready to fully recover. I must admit, my suitcase is unpacked, but the bins I just sort of put out in the shed. I do have to go through them and reorganize them a bit.
I got the groceries unpacked from retreat.
That's good news.
That's about as far as I got.
I'm sure Connie's were all unpacked and eaten before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have an army at my disposal, so.
So anyway, we did want to sort of do a recap tonight. Last time we were live, we had Alliston from Nomad Fibers, and Kim was unable to be with us, so she's back. Yay!
There she is, yeah.
And then this week we released the first field video where we stopped at St. Mary Mead Farms and Mills on the way out to retreat, and that really was a great way to start the weekend. Dawn just really welcomed us to her home and her farm, and we just got the guided tour and the whole story behind it. So that was great. So if you haven't watched it, take a look at it. We apologize for the technical glitches, but we're learning.
Yeah.
That's fine. It happens. So and we made our way to Jasper after that.
Mm-hmm.
The herd migraine.
6 in the morning, got to Jasper at 4 in the afternoon.
It was after 5.
Okay.
Because we went to paint night, and no, it was closer to 6 because paint night started at 7.
Yeah.
We had an hour
to go up and down the stairs.
Yeah. Well, yes, that's we have learned something from this retreat, and it's stairs are not our friends.
Elevators are a wonderful invention, and we require them if we don't have a ground floor room.
Exactly.
Well, it really sort of opened our eyes to accessibility and what that means.
Yes.
Even for us.
But just for anybody, even the boardroom, it was downstairs. All of the boardrooms were. And
that was quite a flight of stairs, yeah.
And then the bathroom down by the boardroom, you had to go upstairs to get to it.
And then you sort of had to walk sideways to get to the toilet. Like it was just accessibility became quite an issue for all of us this weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, we all had fun.
I guess that's what happened when it's sight unseen too. So.
And I mean, I didn't make it to the pool at the hotel, but I think, Connie, you said you went and investigated, and you had to go into the other building.
Yes.
And then down
across the parking lot, into the building, down the stairs, under the restaurant, the change rooms and things were down there, and then you went up the stairs to the pool and hot tub area. And I said to myself, that's a lot of stairs. Plus, I have to go outside, and it's not exactly warm out here. So I'm good over here with some Advil.
Yeah. I mean, I did love that we had a real fireplace in the room.
Yes, that was
That
lovely.
was a treat. It would have been nice if the damper had properly closed so that the last night we weren't getting other rooms smoke into our room.
But you know what? I mean, what a great weekend, though. I mean, it was a whole new crowd of people.
Yes.
Yes.
And that was exciting, you know, just to see different things. And Carol stepping up and offering to do the beading. You know, we're expecting like a 20-minute, hour-long session of beading, and she had planned a whole session, a whole class, and different demonstrations for us, and it was like, wow.
And now I understand beading.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden it's like, oh, she goes, oh dear, I've opened another can of worms. Have I? Went,
And
Yes,
I
yes.
discovered I really like those beading hooks that I found on Temu.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because
That made all the difference
Yeah.
for me. I understood the technique,
Yeah.
but I could not do it with the tiny crochet hook. I just could not do it.
I find with the crochet hook it splits the yarn too easily.
That was the problem I was having, and I wasn't getting all the yarn through, and I was so frustrated. That beading hook, that for the, I don't know, dollar something they were, that makes all the difference.
Yeah. And I mean, I did discover for the different styles of beading, I prefer putting the beads on the stitches I'm working at as opposed to pre-stringing them. I like the effect I get better.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, yes,
Yes.
it was great. We learned 3 different ways to do beadings. Man, something that used to sort of terrify us all, and you know, we sort of look longingly at stuff and go, oh, I'd really like to do that. And it's like, so it was just a great time.
And I did not count all my beads, but I am confident there are over 100 beads on there already.
I'm sure.
And I went from 0 to, I would think there would be around 50 per row. That sounds about right for that. So I'm 2 rows and a bit in. Yeah.
And I only did
That's
3 rows of the beads. I found that weighted it down enough for me.
Yeah.
And we did have a little project for people to work on. And you could either knit or crochet a little bag, and that's where we learned the beading techniques. Where do we find the camera here? So here's the little bag.
Yeah.
And I pre-strung them. There's 2 rows of colors here. I pre-strung them and then realized that I had not counted the ones for the back.
Oops.
So my back didn't get done because we hadn't learned the other technique yet. So
Well, it happens.
Now you know what side the front is.
yeah, well, that's what I kept trying to tell myself. And you know, it was so good. I mean, we had Alice. Was it Alice?
This was there.
Alice was there, and Lori was there. Yes, was it Lori?
Now you
Two new. Now I'm confused. We got too many names. Anyway, they joined us from Edmonton, and it was sort of their first venture out. And
I want to say Sherry, not Lori.
Sherry. Yes, Sherry Lang, right? That's right, Sherry. Sherry and Alice joined us, and it was lovely to see them. And they're looking at coming to join us again in Drumheller. We have some other young ladies we met at Prairie Fiber that were really interested in Drumheller. Registrations are still coming in for Drumheller. We already had someone email us this week going, if there's a waiting list, put me on. I need to come. So there's 2 more coming.
Okay, we had Carol, Katie, Stella, Alice, Sherry. Yeah.
Yes.
Shirley.
Yes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was.
And a huge shout out to Friesen Brothers too for that taco bar for the Saturday night meal. That might have been the best taco bar I have ever had.
Yeah, it was a great way to cater. Was just to go there, and we met with them and arranged it all. One of our
It was just so organized, though.
And that they would accommodate gluten-free.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so it was great because that meant everybody was safe. They could try and be part of it. We had some that were gluten free. We had some who didn't eat red meat, but I mean there was all sorts of alternatives, and it was just great. We met with the girl when we ordered it, and she was fantastic to deal with. And so
That was
and
the
again,
Hinton Friesen brothers, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do them again in Drumheller. We did them last time in Drumheller. Way too much food.
We had the front desk staff again at this hotel.
That's true.
Yeah.
We did
Make ourselves popular.
Yeah.
So, so the retreat itself, we went into the town of Jasper, which we.
But we stayed in the town, which is different than we've ever done before.
Right. Yeah. We've gone to Jasper before. It's been at Pocahontas Cabins, which is just inside the park by the hot springs.
Mayette River, Mayette Cabins now is, I think, what they're called.
Mayette Mountain Cabins or whatever they're calling them. Yeah.
Pocahontas.
I'm still calling them Pocahontas. Sorry, that's
yes.
But it was so nice to actually be in town, to be able to just go out and wander.
It was different. Yeah.
Be able to go get a cup of coffee together, just do something a little more social.
Yeah.
So I think we'll probably look at staying in the town of Jasper, but the hotel will have to have an elevator.
It will need to be far more accessible, yeah.
Yeah.
I just managed to get very up close and personal with an elk.
Yeah. Right, yes.
Well, parts of the elk.
So on our way in, Connie points out there's this massive elk on the side of the road with his herd of,
he was
ladies.
Huge.
And
many points.
He had a rack on him that would have made any hunter proud. And then Helen and I left in the morning to go pre-order the dinner at Friesen's. And Helen and I tend to get up a little bit early, so we were out before the sun was up. And the guy ahead of us stopped. So, okay.
It was a semi, just so you know, it was a semi in front of us.
No, that one was a pickup that stopped ahead of me, I thought.
Oh, I thought it was a box. Okay.
But, so I stopped. The semi behind me didn't want to stop. And then the guy ahead of me went, and I thought, I don't know why, but I decided to turn on my high beams. Because all I could see in front of me with my headlights on was black. And I turn on my high beams, and there is the back end of this elk, dead center at the hood of my car. He was not showing up in the headlight. He did not show up until I had the high beams on.
And there was a lot of wildlife standing around on the roads this trip.
Yeah. But that was a lot closer to wildlife than I had hoped to get.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the rest of that story is the semi behind us hit the brakes because he had started to go around us.
Yes.
And he hit the brakes, and I don't know how.
I thought he was coming into me.
Yeah, I don't know how we missed that, but thank you, Lord. We got through safely. But
yep.
It was kind of a tense few moments there. But I just want to mention one thing. One of the first questions people ask is, well, what's the town like? What's it like since the fire? It's still the town. The businesses are still there. They are trying to thrive. They're doing wonderfully there. Building, you've got to deal with insurance. You've got to deal with federal government and so on and so forth. And so some of the stuff, the structures are still there burnt because you can't do anything until all of that is sorted. I recently met someone who was a fireman. He was a wildfire fireman and had worked in Jasper for a few years.
Okay.
And so he said, so what did you do? He said, how did it feel? I said, now that's the really interesting thing, was because when you drove by where the fire was, not just in the town, but further down the highway where it was when we went towards the cabins, it was quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of a very weird, eerie feeling.
Somber.
Yeah. He goes, that's not unusual after a wildfire. He said, and I was interested to hear that still was what it was. He goes, so you did find it unusual? I said, yes. I said, people asked us if we took pictures, and we had all agreed that no, we were not going to take pictures. This was not the appropriate place. You know, people are still grieving. People are still moving on, and they don't need gawkers. They don't need.
We took some beautiful mountain pictures instead.
Yeah,
So
you know,
I think we
took.
took some pictures of the one really old church that's still standing.
Yeah,
But, and I mean, the part that was unusual was the part of the town that has undergone the rebuild and is active was full of life, and then you hit the part of town that is still recovering, and that it was like hitting a wall of silence.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's very quiet.
Yeah.
So is it there? Yes, the town is there. Yes, the businesses are thriving. They're rebuilding. Some of the business owners shared with us what they went through during the fire and how scary it was and what happened to their businesses. But it was not a case of, oh, here I am having to tell my story again. You know, they generally were sharing with us out of, you know, we hopefully were expressing concern and not sort of trying to get all the gossip. So,
Yeah.
you know, we do encourage you to go. Yes, it is there. Yes, there's lots to do. Is the wildlife there? Well, let's put it this way.
Yes.
Connie apparently has a curse that if there's wildlife, they won't be there. If Connie's there, we broke that curse.
In spades. There was wildlife everywhere.
So, yeah, we'll definitely be going back to Jasper. I know we had sort of wondered about whether we should go to 2 static places every year, but I think we're going to. I think the response we got, the welcome we got.
Yeah.
That's always been the thing to me is, you know, when we went to Drumheller, was the welcome we received from not only the hotel, but businesses and people in town. You know,
even to hear from some of the businesses that they were happy to see the knitters were back.
Yeah.
Because some of them have been in business there long enough, they remembered when we were there years ago.
Before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before COVID.
Oh. Yeah. The before times.
Yeah.
before the COVID does, yeah. So it was a lot of fun. I mean, physically, it was tiring.
Oh, yes. We walked a lot. We did a walk through the town for 2.5 hours the one day.
It was a much more active retreat. Normally, retreat involves a lot more sitting on my butt.
Not this time.
I don't think there was maybe one day that I did under 5,000 or 6,000 steps.
I found normally at retreat we're busy, we're up, we're down, and it's like, oh, I should sit down and knit. And this time, once we got back, I was sitting down and I was knitting.
Yeah.
Because my body was done.
Yeah, and it was a whole different dynamic there than it is even at Drumheller. Drumheller, we meet in our suite because the suite is big enough to host everybody, and the hotel doesn't do meeting rooms.
Yes.
But we do have the run of the hotel, so there's never a question of running out of space for people to go. Every lounge we can use the breakfast room, we can use the patio.
There's sitting areas on every floor.
Yeah, we've been told just use whatever we need to use. We're welcome to use any of it. And the pool and the hot tub are on the same floor.
In the hotel.
In the hotel.
Not across the parking lot.
So, yes, there's some things we'll change. I mean, every time we do this, we sit down afterwards and go, okay, what do we need to look at that's different? So, having the skill, I know we've done one before, but it's going to be hard to beat Carol.
Yeah.
So the skill session for Drumheller will be some form of spinning, probably drop spindle or...
But we were doing embroidery.
Yeah, embroidery, that's right. Yeah, I have to bring my spinning wheel, though, because I did promise that I would bring
We're still waffling back and forth, I think, because we were talking about spinning the week we were missing as well.
Yeah.
It will also depend on how many people we've got that have fiber allergies. Because we did encounter that there were a few people that had...
For the first time,
allergies to natural fibers.
Yeah, because we used to be able to get the acrylic roving. I don't know if we can still get that.
We'd have to check it out.
That at Dollarama?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dating myself, I realize.
So anyway, we have also, we're looking at spinning, we're looking at doing embroidery, because embroidery is fiber work.
It is.
Exactly.
But then, our excitement didn't end when we left on Sunday morning. We very graciously were invited. We invited ourselves.
Yeah, we kind of invited ourselves.
And Jennifer graciously said, "Oh, yes, come on now."
Yeah.
We stopped at the Yak Ranch on the way back and had such a blast. So the next field podcast will be from the Yak Ranch.
Mm-hmm. You'll get to see Rosie and Posy and
Ollie.
Yeah.
My favorite, Ollie. And there was Finn, and I forget who the other, or Sassy. We had a sassy yak.
Yes.
We really did.
And she was quite sassy.
Yes, she was. Jennifer, sweet woman, she is a young woman who runs the Yak Ranch. She is a certified breeder, and so her stock gets all across North America. And she runs it herself. I mean, the strength of this woman is incredible. But, you think yak are these huge, huge things. Now, some of the males, yes, can get up to, 1,000, 1,200 pounds, but Rosie meets you in the yard and leans. It's
like a Labrador.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you have this 400-pound yak leaning against you with horns.
Yeah.
She wasn't all that much bigger height-wise than a Great Dane.
Well, yeah, probably.
A little bit, but...
So again, technically, some of the sound isn't the best in this, but it was just, we were there a couple hours again, they just went in and learned a bit about why she's into yaks and the benefits, the health benefits of yak meat. And how, it is slaughtered and she does sell it, and so it's available in a number of places.
Yeah.
So
we've been invited out to help comb the yak.
That's right.
Yes.
Because you comb yaks, you don't shear them. Although she has heard of people shearing them, but she's not quite into that. She's more into the combing. So yes, in the spring she needs many hands because they all need combing about the same time.
Yes, we're going to comb yaks.
So we'll be going back, I'm sure, at another time, and we'll get a bit more of an update. And there's something about Ollie. There's some genetic thing with Ollie for the type of hair that he throws, that he has.
Yes.
He's got locks.
I'm not sure if it was just the locks. But so they're looking at doing a research project into not only Ollie, but the others with this sort of genetic variants. And so it was just fascinating. You think of a yak, cartoon sitting on the hill chewing his cud, but they're extremely friendly. Well, they were friendly to us, but
yeah.
And
Ollie thought he should be a yard yak.
Yes, that's true. Ollie
did not think he needed to be in the fence. He thought he should be in the yard visiting.
So anyway, Jennifer does have a Facebook page called The Yak Ranch.
Yeah.
Surprise!
And she posts pictures of her yaks and of the babies. Oh, the flock of the babies, the herd of the babies and she has 200 to 300 head. Like, it's not a small little,
Did she say she has 400 acres? That sounds right. Over 400 acres.
I think that's why she ended up where she did, because she needed more acreage. Yeah.
So it was interesting to learn that acre for acre that cows need more acreage than yaks.
Yes.
Yeah. Animals per acre. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was a great weekend, but it was exhausting, but it was absolutely phenomenal weekend. From the time we left the door, we always have fun because we get on the phone with each other and we chat almost all the way there until you hit the foothills and you lose your signals.
I need walkie-talkies.
That's one thing I did notice since the fires is cell phone range once you hit about Edson, cell phone range is very non-existent.
It's very small.
Yeah.
So that was funny because it really seems to have been since the fires. So we're just exciting retreats. definitely will be going forward. So
Yeah.
if you are interested in coming to Drumheller in April, like I say, registrations are open. We do have space available still, but it seems to be filling. And if you're looking for a Christmas present and people don't know what to get you, we will gladly send them a gift certificate for you.
Yeah, they can
attend
register you and pay your registration fee, and they can get a
Yeah.
hold of the hotel. Now, remember, if you're booking to come with us, phone the hotel, tell them you're with the knitting group, because then you get the discount. It's not going to show you what we're paying or what we're being offered is not the rate that shows on their website.
No. No, we get a special sort of special rate. But it's almost a 20% discount off the rooms.
Yeah, so
Yes.
it is worth it.
Thank you, Leon.
Yeah, I mean, you are welcome to stay wherever you would like, but it is worth it for you to actually phone the hotel, tell them you're coming with the knitting group, and see what rate they're going to offer you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get those numbers anyway and get them posted because we do have the rooms blocked. We blocked them last April, so they'll be blocked every April from now on. We have 10 rooms booked, so
we may need to send it a
We'd like
certain
to sell
ahead
them
of
out.
time to attendees, because if there's enough interest, we might try and arrange with the museum for the group rate.
Right.
Because we can get a discount with the museum for a group to go through if there's enough interest.
Yeah.
And I mean, if that's something you can pay when you get there. They just need to know ahead of time.
Yeah.
That's right.
We can just phone them like the day before. So
Yeah.
if you're coming Thursday and you want to go Saturday, or if you want to go Friday or whatever, they just need to. They've given me a direct line to contact somebody, and they will arrange the group for us. No problem. That we could probably even do it the morning and go in the afternoon. We just need a bit of heads up. So there's lots to do in Drumheller. It's a beautiful place to walk. There's dinosaurs everywhere. You can do a special dinosaur sort of trivial hunt until you can see them all. They do hide sometimes, though. Some of them are pretty sneaky about where they are.
I haven't seen yet if they've managed to save Tyra. Have you?
Last I heard, I don't think so, but hopefully
it could be one of the last opportunities to see her at the visitor center. I'm not sure how
I
much
may have to climb her.
Yeah, you have to climb.
How much longer she will be. I know stairs.
I said I may have to.
I've never been up her.
Well, then we may have to climb her.
But I also have a fear of height.
You'll be fine up there. You're not in any danger at the edge. Not only is there a railing in glass, you're still well inside her mouth at that point, so you're pretty sheltered. Like all her teeth and stuff are still on the other side of the glass, so you're not going over.
Now,
I think you'd be fine.
If you are going to Drumheller, one dinosaur that I recommend that you be on the lookout for, Dino is there. So if you grew up in the Hanna-Barbera era and are a Flintstones fan, there is a Dino. Yes.
We'll post it. You'll have to
I had to fully U-turn to get a picture with Dino.
That's
well,
right.
it's Dino, I mean. Gee.
Because, I mean, I am too young to remember the family vacation to Flintstone Park. But there are pictures of the family vacation to Flintstone Park.
Yeah. So all in all, a really successful retreat.
Yeah.
Except too many stairs, that's all.
Too many stairs. Yeah.
Got lots of new friends.
So bad, but it was lugging all of those totes up and down, and it's like, you don't realize when you post these things how much stuff you take with you.
Yeah.
I think we'd have been okay if we weren't the hosts, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, no, because we did hear from a couple of the other ladies where their hotel didn't have an elevator, that even they found it challenging with the stairs. Yeah.
Well, it's the altitude there, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was so dry. I haven't been that dry in my skin and everything for years. It was just, it was good. I
have never had it where my hair is dry within 10 minutes of me washing it. Typically, my hair.
For those who have not met her in person, it is waist length.
But
It
typically,
was
my
so
hair will
hot.
stay wet for almost 24 hours. And I had a shower, got out, towel dried my hair, and it was almost completely dry. I had
So,
somehow
anyway.
managed to pack face cream, and we were all using it. And you couldn't get it spread before it was sucked in.
Yeah. I think we'd have been further ahead sticking our faces in the pot of the cream.
So I do have to say, yes, we talked about having a skill session, and yes, we thoroughly enjoyed Carol's session. I'm not saying we didn't. But our retreats are not workshops. This is not a weekend where you come that every single minute of your time is scheduled. A retreat is a time to retreat, is a time to come away, to relax, to
Get away from it all.
Take a break. We do have the skill session. Do you have to do it? No. You are more than welcome to go do what you want to do. But you know what? If you want to take part, the opportunity is there. We just had little projects for you to be able to try it and see if you liked it. So you're not committed to spending a weekend doing, a capelet with 600 beads. not pointing fingers.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe how many beads I got on sitting there.
I know, you did really well. So
and that was going to get dinner too.
The gift exchange is fun as always.
Yeah?
Yeah, the gift exchange we do, it's up to a $45 value. Oh, we lost someone.
Yes, we did. She'll be back.
She'll be back. So it's up to a $45 value. If you make things, have it something you make. If it's, you can stash your, dive your stash. It doesn't even have to be wool. It doesn't even have to be yarn related. It can be something silly that you want to share with everybody.
There were some beautiful puzzles this time, and
yeah,
definitely.
We had
can be books about the craft, all kinds of things. I've gotten artwork before.
Yep.
A quilted pillow.
Quilts. Yeah.
I got a quilted pillow cover at one of the retreats as my exchange gift. I love that thing.
One of the girls was a weaver, and she had some of her weaving. And I mean,
exactly.
It's whatever you'd like it to be. So it's just a fun game, a fun, silly way to spend some time on the Saturday morning. And then Saturday, we also normally do our skill on, what's that? Yeah, on Saturday we do our skill.
Yep, Saturday's kind of our day, so.
So, and if you're coming up and, you're off Friday and you don't really want the expense of another night on Thursday, come Friday morning, first thing. You can't check into the hotel, but you can check into our room and come check in with us and spend the day with us. Or
tour the town and,
just send us a text because we might be out on a thrift store crawl or something.
We never do that. Never. Always.
If there's a thrift store, we'll find it. So.
We will. Thrift store, fiber store, fabric store.
So anyway, we'll keep going. We had mentioned at the end of the sheep's one that we were going to be with Sassy Strings. Unfortunately, the virus that's going around has hit them, and so there's been they're postponed until they're feeling better, because the last thing you want to do is trying to think while your head is not anywhere there. And so we'll have Sassy Strings on. I promise we'll get there. So
absolutely.
So keep looking for us. I'm so excited. On YouTube, we're 58 members, 58 followers. So please don't forget to follow us, to subscribe, to share, comment. Let us know what you think, what you what you're looking for. Did you know from the music where we were? Because that was the question. Did you know? Anyway, that's it from us. We'll be back again.
Yes, indeed.
So happy crafting, and I'm sure Kim just lost her signal, which unfortunately happen.
Definitely. So I'll remind you in her place to like, follow, and subscribe so that you can catch all our shenanigans as they happen. So
Well, the ones we let be.
for the
We don't
rest of
end
them, you
up
must come to meet us.
Yeah. All right, guys. Happy crafting.
Happy crafting.
Oh, she's back just
Oh,
in
you're
time.
back just in time. There you are.
Say goodbye, Kim. Good night, Kim.
Wheels are turning, the yarn's in tow. Through Alberta's fields where the wild winds blow. Connie threads sails with Helen spin. Kim's got the tea, let the chatter begin.